Hello crafters, it's me Elisa here at the Creepsakes shop, and it has been a minute since I've done a tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make glitter pencil keychains. Two different kinds, a solid one and a floating glitter one. Glitter that moves, liquid inside, glitter, and it's fun, it's cute. Let me go ahead and show you what tools and material you need to create these fun little quick, easy pencil keychains. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and show you what you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to need some pencil keychain blanks. These are available at the Creepsakes shop. Our pencil keychains have the hardware already attached for you, and the applicator has already been cut off. If you're not familiar with what these were actually designed to be lip gloss applicators, but as you can tell in the crafting world, they are being turned into keychains. So as you can see, you can find these on Amazon, but you will not find them with the keychain application. A lot of crafters have to manually apply the keychains, and they have to cut the applicator, but at the Creepsakes shop it's already done for you. So these are really quick and easy to make, like super quick, okay, like super duper quick. All right, you're also going to need some Gorilla Glue. You're going to need some glitter, some ultra fine chunky, whatever your favorite glitter is. You're going to need some solution for the floating glitter pen. So this solution here is 1/3 cup of warm water, 1 teaspoon of clear elmers glue. Mix that little concoction up and you got yourself some liquid to create these little floating glitter pens. You are also going to need polyacrylic. I found this at Home Depot. I put my polyacrylic in a sauce bottle here. It's just a lot easier to apply the glitter into these little pencil tubes. I have a glitter scoop, and it depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I will use Power Tack for the floating glitter pens. Now this is just an industrial grade adhesive that is waterproof. I believe I found this on Amazon, but don't quote me on that. And I believe, oh, get yourself a little cup. And I also have a Dixie cup here with my pencils that are drying. So as you can see, I made these earlier today. These are just the floating ones here. Here's a blue one. Super fun. I don't know if you can't really see. This one I put too much glitter in. Okay. And then the solid one that it's not moving, just a solid. Alrighty. So as you see, I have them in a little Dixie cup here as they're drying. And let's just go ahead and jump on in. I also forgot to mention, you're going to need a resin tool little poker here, and I'll show you what this will be used for. And I'm just going to go ahead and apologize in advance if this tutorial is a little quick, but the only reason why I'm working through it quickly is because it's such a quick and easy project to do. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or join our Facebook group, Crafting with Creepsakes, and we can answer all your questions there if you have any. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start, and we're going to use, or not use, we're going to get our little pencil. We're going to take the top off. It just screws on and off. I am going to do the floating glitter pen. So I'm going to take my bottle here and my glitter funnel. This can also be found at the Creepsakes shop. I will go ahead and list everything in the description with links to find all the product needed to create these. So this is just how I make them. There's so many different ways to make them, but this is how I do it. All right, so I'm going to take my solution, again, 1/3 cup of warm water, 1 teaspoon of clear elmers glue. This is not my solution. I did not create this solution. It was shared with another fellow crafter, and I'm so thankful for her for showing me this little mixture here because it's my favorite. So what I like to do is I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and fill a little less than halfway. Okay. And then I'm going to take my chunky glitter. Now, I like to use chunky glitter for the floating glitter product of any kind, whether it's pens or the makeup brushes, these pencil keychains. I just like the movement. It moves a hell of a lot better than ultrafine glitter does. And I'm going to take my funnel, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop it in there. And I'm just going to apply my glitter. Now, don't overdo it on your glitter, because what will happen is it won't move as much. And let me show you what I mean by that. I put too much glitter in this, and it just doesn't move as much. You kind of really have to shake it to get it going. Versus if you apply the right amount, it'll flow quickly and move faster. I know it's a little hard and it's not focused in, but so just be careful with how much glitter you put in. I can't tell you how much I put in. I just probably put maybe about 3 even scoops. You just kind of have to feel it out. I wish I had an exact measurement to give, but I really don't. But I would recommend starting with just small amounts. You're also going to need a paper towel. Forgot to mention that. Oops. And you're going to take your paper towel, plug that hole up or cover the hole up, and just give it a good shake. Make sure it's mixing good and it's evenly distributed. Give it a good shake. And then you're going to take your solution, you're just going to fill it up. All the way to the top. I'm going to take my paper towel, give it a good shake, see how, if I'm happy with how much glitter is in there. And again, you want to start off with a small amount of glitter because you can always add. It's a hell of a lot harder to subtract, okay? Kind of like what I like to say, dot, dot, not a lot. Well, dot, dot, not a lot with how much glitter you're putting into these pencil keychains. I'm happy with the ratio between the glitter and the solution. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fill it, not all the way to the top necessarily, but it's about midway. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Gorilla Glue. I forgot to mention our pencil pack comes with these plugs. You don't have to use them. I've used them, but you don't have to. In this case, I'm not going to because it's not necessary. I've made a couple of these and we've banged them around, we've tossed them around, we've hung them on things, and they haven't leaked. So what I'm going to do is take my Gorilla Glue and I'm just going to apply all around the keychain. Again, this is how I like to do it. A lot of people like to add hot glue to plug the hole. In this case, I'm not going to. There's no wrong or right way to make these bad boys. We're going to take that top and twist it on. And make sure it's tight. Now, I forgot to tell you, don't do what I just did. I overdid it on the glue and I put too much. So just be careful that you don't over apply, because what can happen is all that glue is going to come out like this and then it just gets ugly when you have to clean it. But try to clean it right away. It starts to smear, it doesn't look good, and it gets all over your product. So I'm going to give it a good wipe with my paper towel here and alcohol. Make sure that it doesn't dry yucky. Clean it off right away if you can. Okay. Just like that. So I'm glad that happened. That way you can see, you know, don't apply too much Gorilla Glue. And you are done. You know what I forgot to do? Hopefully, let's see if it fixes. Okay, we're good. So I forgot. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead because I'm just trying to make this quickly as possible because I just don't want to drag out this tutorial. Prior to putting this on and applying your glue, you want to take your resin tool poker here and you want to take it and push it all the way down so glitter goes to the tip of the pencil here, because sometimes it won't. So this is just merely a tool to use to just kind of make sure that the glitter goes to the tip. So I apologize for jumping ahead. And there you go. So now what I like to do is like that little Dixie cup. Is it a Dixie cup? And I just like to throw it in there and let it dry overnight. That's it. Now, this is the one that I made a while back ago, and it hasn't leaked. It hasn't done anything. It's been tossed around. It's been hanging on things. Just wanted to make sure that it's like leak proof. And so far, so good. Okay. So that's how you make the floating glitter pencil, excuse me. I keep calling them pens. I'm so used to our floating glitter pens. Now we have these pencil keychains. So that was our holographic teal chunky glitter too. I'm going to use our blue gem ultra fine glitter for the solid pencil, which is this right here. So we're going to take this bad boy off. You're going to take your polyacrylic, and you do not need a lot. Don't overdo it. You just want to lightly coat. Give it like a nice little swirl. Take that paper towel and just kind of spin it, shake it, coat it, give it a nice coat. If you feel like you need to add more, then add some more. It's just like making an ornament. If you are a crafter and you made glitter ornaments before, it's the same concept. But you don't want to overdo your polyacrylic, because what will happen is it will remove your glitter and it won't stick. So you really want to make sure that you have a nice good coat and it's not drenched. So then you're going to take that little medicine measuring cup that I had showed earlier and you're just going to dump it. You really, really, really want to make sure that you don't have excess polyacrylic in there. You just want to get a nice good coat. You're going to take that poker, resin poker, go straight down and just make sure that the polyacrylic is in the tip of the pencil here. Okay. Then you're going to take your funnel, your glitter funnel. Now there is glitter inside, so what I like to do is just kind of hold it with my finger so it's not like in there touching and getting all messy and gooey. Take your ultrafine glitter. I feel like ultrafine glitter works best with the solid look. And you're going to dump some glitter in there. I do get asked a lot, where do you get your scoop? I got it on Amazon. Take that. I have some polyacrylic on my fingers. Let me get it off. You're going to take your paper towel and give it a good shake. Get all that glitter coated all around your pencil. Now see what happens here is glitter does not go in the tip. You see that? You just see the glue. So this is when that poker, again, comes in handy. You're going to take it straight down. Trying not to touch the sides because you don't want to scrape the glitter. And just push down. And then you're going to take your funnel one more time and just apply a little bit more. Now, you can get yourself another little measuring cup if you want, if you're worried about cross-contaminating your glitter with polyacrylic. So I'm just shaking it. Sorry, I'm off camera because I don't feel like you guys need to see me shaking the pencil. There you go. And then what I like to do is I have this little cross-contaminated glitter here with the polyacrylic that I'm not going to throw back into my bottle because it's just very little, is I'm going to take my glitter. Actually, I'm okay with my glitter being cross-contaminated. I'm just going to dump it back in there, whatever excess is in there. I'm probably making a bunch of you cringe and I apologize, but I'm not worried about it. And there you go. Now, what I like to do is I like to let this air dry completely before covering it up. So I will let this dry, okay? And then I will take my Gorilla Glue, apply it around, very little, don't flood it like I did in the first one. And then attach your pencil and then, or your eraser top, and then you're done. That's it. Let it sit. You can add names, you can add little decals if you want to these. And that's it, you guys. They're super quick and easy to do. Now, I will tell you, I made one here, yellow. Light color glitter, you will have to apply 2 coats because it's so, if you're going to use like white or a yellow or like a pastel pink or any kind of pastel-y, you're going to have to do 2 coats. So I let this one dry. This is the second. I let it dry completely, added another nice light coat of a polyacrylic, and then I throw some more glitter in there, and now you have a nice coat. If for some reason you're using darker colors and you see like you have a spot missing, let it dry completely, add some more polyacrylic, and then throw your glitter, coat it, and then let it dry. So I'm going to let this one dry along with this other yellow one before I seal it. Okay, and then you have a nice solid one just like that. Super quick and easy. You can add little charms, so many fun things you can do with these. Quick little fun gifts to give, because we get like teachers appreciation. School just started here in California. So these are going to make great little, you know, Christmas gifts for our teachers and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Again, I apologize that it's really quick, but it's a quick project. You can find these at www.creepsakeshop.com, along with our funnel glitter kit here, our glitters. We got all kinds of fun stuff for you guys to go and check out. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And until next time, happy crafting, everybody.